Hey guys, Black Moonflower here. The battle against Jukain-Arashi from Pokemopolis starts off with my Gengar against his fortress. I use HP Fire and don't quite kill it, unfortunately. Uses Payback, which activates my Focus Sash. And then he decides he's going to switch out into Heatran to take my Thunderbolt. And I know this thing's going to be Scarfed, so I just leave Gengar in to die. And I send in Scar to make him switch, and he sends out Fortress again, who just rapid spins away my Stealth Rock, which is really annoying. So I just decide to blow him out and bring in Gyarados, which is a bitch. I hate these things so much. So I switch out into Verdun, my Leafeon, who gets taunted. I use Leaf Blade, which does quite a bit of damage. Bounces up, so I decide I'll switch back into Skarmory to take the damage. And unfortunately, I get Parahacks. So that wasn't fun. And then he gets taunted, so I can't do anything. So I have to switch out now, back into Leafeon. He gets his Dragon Dance up, trying to set up on me. And he's faster than me now, so he gets to bounce before I get to do anything. And I just protect so that his bounce won't work. And does it once more. Bounces, I protect so that I don't take damage. And finally he decides he's going to switch into Heatran at the same time that I switch into Skarmory. So that was a bad choice. So I switched into Inferno to take the Fire Blast, which did more damage than I thought it might. So I used Stone Edge on the Latias that switched in, do about half damage. I actually think that my Stone Edge misses, so I lose Infernape, which really pissed me off. So I send in Zora to Bullet Punch the thing to death. So Latias is gone now. Heatran comes back out, so I run away into Starmie to take the Fire Blast, which does quite a bit more than I thought it would. And he switches in Jolteon to take my Surf, but I get a crit and nearly take the thing out in one shot. And then I outspeed it and use Surf and take it out before it even gets to do anything. Scizor comes out now, so I switch into Skarmory to take the Bullet Punch that I know is coming. And takes it quite well, switches back out into Fortress. I'm really getting sick of this thing by now, because it just keeps rapid spinning away my entry hazards. But I just set up some spikes, trying to get some of them to stay up. But, you know, he just keeps getting rid of them. Sets up Stealth Rock on me while I switch into Zora, and then switches out into Gyarados. So my Aerial Ace doesn't do quite as much as it would have before because of Intimidate, and I just use Bullet Punch to get some more damage on this thing. It uses Dragon Dance, and then it uses Waterfall on me, which does quite a bit of damage, but I don't die. And luckily I used Roost so that I could get my health back. And then I just switch out into Leafeon to take any attack, but he decides to use Dragon Dance again. So he bounces up, and Deja Vu, I protect again, and it just keeps doing that. But then he decides he's going to use Waterfall this time, which doesn't do very much, so I get my Leaf Blade off. Does quite a bit of damage. But still, this thing isn't dead. It bounces up again, and of course I protect. And of course all the while he's getting his leftovers back, so this thing is becoming even harder to kill. It switches into Scizor to take my Leaf Blade. Then I switch out into Skarmory. Didn't know what it was going to do, and it decided to use U-turn, so that didn't really do jack shit against my Skarmory. And then Gyarados comes back. Whee! I'm really starting to hate this thing now. And it just sets up on me with Dragon Dance. I get paralyzed. I can't do anything, which is annoying. And then uses Waterfall on me, and I flinch, which sucked. So he was getting a lot of hacks on me. Uses Waterfall again. Then I get to Roost to get my health back. But then I think he taunts me. Yep, so now Skarmory can't do anything. So I have to switch out again. Whee! So I go ahead and bring Leafeon back in and get my Citrus Berry to activate. Bounces, so obviously I protect again. And I'm really wanting to kill this thing. He finally uses Taunt on me, so I can't protect anymore. I get my Leaf Blade off, and so I just switch back into Skarmory. Of course, he bounces again, and I'm wondering how many of those he actually has. So he gets his bounce on me, and I set up my Stealth Rocks again, hoping that they'll stay up this time. And uses Dragon Dance again, getting more attack power, so I just Whirlwind to bring back in Fortress, which I was not happy to see. So I know I'm about to lose my entry hazards, so I send in my Zora to try to frickin' kill this thing finally. And I get my Aerial Ace off, and Fortress finally goes down. So I finally got rid of that annoyance. But then Heatran comes in, so I just decide I'm going to Bullet Punch and just let it kill me, because I didn't want anything else to take any damage. So I send Starmie back in. He switches out into Scizor to take my Surf, which it does. And then he uses Pursuit on me when I was trying to switch. I wasn't expecting Pursuit, because I had never fought a Scizor that had Pursuit on it. So that really, really sucked. So he sends in Heatran against my Skarmory. I get my Stealth Rocks up for the final time. And uses Fire Blast on me, and poor Scar dies. So now I'm getting really pissed with this thing. And I used Protect to absorb the Fire Blast. And that was actually its last one. And instead of switching, he just decided to use Struggle, which I think was a misclick. But it worked out for me in the end, because I actually managed to turn this battle around. I took out Scizor. Gyarados comes back in, takes Stealth Rock damage, so now my Leaf Blade can definitely kill this fucker. So Gyarados is gone now, and then Heatran comes back in and dies from Stealth Rock. So I actually managed to turn that into a win. So that was probably one of my most epic battles ever. And it was actually so long that I had to upload it in parts, because it was like a half an hour long. So I ended up winning that 1-0. Which was really surprising, because I thought for sure I was going to lose.
Good game, Jukain. So, you ever see this guy around? This guy's pretty good. You should try battling him sometime. He's usually looking for battles.
Well, that's it for me. Black Moonflower out.